Hey everyone, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna do a little pricing work session together. I did one of these in a vlog a while back and I got really great feedback about it. So I'm gonna show you a really basic way to price out packages, digital products, anything like that. I'm actually gonna price out a digital product that I'm launching later this spring with you in this session. But first, let's start with just like a general package calculator. So the first thing that you'll want to do is come up with an hourly rate. And just hold on to this, put it in the back of your head, write it down. And I'm going to list a website down in the description box that gives you sort of a very general starting point. You're going to type in your desired annual income, and then it gives you a day rate and an hourly rate. Now, again, like I said, this is very general because you're going to want to look up averages in your industry. Some industries might be a lot higher than that. Some might be a lot lower than that based on demand and value that they're providing. You're also going to want to consider your own personal experience level. You know, have you worked in corporate? Have you worked at an agency? Or are you fresh out of high school or college, just starting? You know, you got to factor those things in, but this is a good starting point. So I'm just going to use 100K as a general starting point for desired salary, and we have a $544 day rate and a $68 hourly rate. So I'll write $68 up here in the corner. Oh my gosh, this is my worst pen. Let me switch it out before I go in mad. The top like always flies off of it and drives me nuts. Okay, so the next thing that you're gonna wanna do, just write that down, keep that in the back of your head. Then you're just gonna do a simple math equation. You're gonna do 100,000 divided by 12, which I already know is 8333.33. So we're just gonna round that up to 8334 is what you need to make per month to get that 100K salary per year, to be on track to make that. So from there, what I want you to do, and first of all, let's talk about how much more attainable 8,334 looks when you break it down. You know, 100K looks really intimidating, but when you break it down by month like that, it's still a lot of money, don't get me wrong, but it seems a lot more doable, right? So then what you're gonna wanna do is think about how many clients you can actually serve in a month. And this is one of the reasons why having solid packages and offers is really important, because, you know, if you offer every single thing under the sun, or you're willing to do a custom package for every single person, that can really vary. You're not gonna really know, okay, I can take 5 clients or 10 clients or 15 clients. So I recommend having a solid 1 or 2 offers so that you really can budget your time. Now, of course, if you're like a full service agency, that's gonna be different. You know, there's different things, but in general, having niche offers, narrow offers, in my opinion, has been what's really worked well for me. So let's just say for this example that you have the bandwidth to take on 5 clients per month. And I think this is a pretty good average. Let's just start there. So we'll do 5 clients. So what you're just gonna do is you're just gonna divide that number by 5. 8334 divided by 5 is 1667. So that 1667 number, if you're charging 1667 for all of your packages and you are able to reach that 5 client per month threshold, in theory, you should be making your goal. And that's how you're gonna know if you're on track. You know, if every single month you're booking 5 new clients at this rate minimum, then you know you're on track. And again, this is the minimum. So keep in mind that you might have a, you know, $2,500 package that's gonna put you ahead. And that's just gonna get you further and further above that revenue goal, so that you blow out your revenue goal for the year, or maybe it becomes, you know, November, December, and you're like, oh my gosh, we made it already. I'm taking the rest of the year off. So this should be your starting point. Now, here's how you double check it. And this is where this hourly rate number kind of starts to factor in. So what I also think is important to consider is your time. So this is my kind of solopreneur hourly rate, if in this hypothetical situation here. So what I would do is think about how many hours, how much time that $1,600 package is costing you. Maybe it's, I don't know, let's just say hypothetically that it's 20 hours per month. That's what, 5 hours per week? That seems a little low, but let's just do that math. So if that were the case, you would divide 1667 by 20 and you get 83.35. So this is essentially your hourly rate. Sorry, my handwriting really is bad. So that's the hourly rate if you break down the package. Now, as we know, packages aren't hourly. You know, there might be weeks where you go above 5 hours, there might be weeks where you go below. But if this were truly the case, you're gonna cross-check with this. And if this number is greater than this, then you're probably pretty good. If this number ended up being lower or right on the nose with this, then what I would do is I would raise that package rate to give you a little more buffer time, because you gotta think about admin work, you gotta think about training. If you do bring on a team, you gotta think about, you know, meetings and travel time if you're going on site or anything like that. So let's just say that this package actually costs us 30 hours per month. That would be 1667 divided by 30 is 55. So here we see that this is too low. This is lower than this number. So in this case, if it took you 30 hours per month, which is about 8 hours per week, you need to raise that package rate, likely. Now, of course, there's variables in this. Like I said, this is very general. Now, you can also just kind of reverse engineer this. That's another easy way to do it too. So you can take 68, if that's your hourly rate, 68 times however many hours you think it's going to take you. So let's say 68 times 30 would be 2040. So basically you need to charge a little over 2,000 for every package. So that's like the simplest way to do it. Now, of course, if you're looking at these numbers, 16, 2,000, all these numbers, and you're thinking, oh my gosh, that's way too high. Maybe you're thinking that's way too low. Whatever the case is, you can play around with this number, which is your client's number, how many clients you're taking on. If you think this number is too high, raise the number of clients and take away items from your package. You know, if you're doing a package that includes every single bell and whistle and you're doing 5 platforms and 5 posts per week and reels and TikToks and all these things, maybe it needs to be a really simple package that you offer to accommodate your ideal client who maybe does have a $500, $800, $900 budget. And then, you know, that will allow you to take on more of those clients if they're taking up less of your time. And then the reverse is true too. Maybe you do a super, you know, you're just really budgeting for 1 client a month and you want that to be an $8,000 client or more, you know, then you just need to really pack that offer with value. So that's all that you have to take on. So that's kind of the simple way to determine your packages. What I also wanted to do was I'm actually mapping out my pricing for the Social Media Management Accelerator. If you listened to last week's podcast, I talked a little bit about it. There is a sign up form just for getting notifications about it. You're not buying anything yet, but if you're interested in it, it's going to be a really immersive program. It's kind of like a hybrid course/coaching program. It's the first time I'm offering something like this, really, and it's meant to be a deep dive into social media strategy. So we're going to do different assignments. It's kind of my goal with it is to sort of make it like college, to make it like a college class. Specifically on social media, because I know when I was in school, I didn't have that. There was no like social media class. So yeah, there's gonna be graded assignments, and the goal is that the students will walk away with a portfolio at the end of the 8 weeks, I think is what it is. So it's new for me, so I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna price it. I am pricing it at a beta rate. Maybe this is probably another piece of content, but beta pricing is basically like introductory pricing. It's kind of like test pricing. Basically, I want to get people into the program. I want to make sure that people sign up. I want to incentivize people to sign up for being the first to try this program, since there's no social proof for it yet. There's no, you know, proof of concept basically. So they're gonna get it at a discount, and the exchange for that is that they're gonna be giving me feedback on it as well. So keep that in mind. This is not final pricing. So really what I'm trying to do with beta pricing is pretty much break even. Like I'm not really expecting to make a huge profit from this just because it is beta pricing. So keep that in mind. So this is an 8-week course, and there are gonna be about 3 sessions per week. Couple of the weeks, there's gonna be only 2 or only 1, like first and last week, Easter week, things like that. But for the most part, we'll say an average of 3. There's also gonna be about 1 homework assignment per week. Again, some weeks there won't be one, but for the most part that. And I think those are kind of like the big things involved in it. So I'm going to be teaching these 3 sessions, either live or recorded. Either way, it's going to take about the same amount of time. And then the homework, I'm going to be grading each week. So let's do the math here. So 3 sessions per week equals 3 hours to deliver. And I would say about, I'm gonna say like 3 hours prep time. I'm gonna say 2 hours prep time. That might be a little conservative per session. So that's 6, so 9 per week. So that's 9 hours already. Shoot, it's already a lot. And then the homework, this one is a little hard to guesstimate because I don't know how many people are gonna sign up. I have the capacity for 100 people, or like 95 people technically, but I could have 95 sign up. I could have 5 sign up. So homework is I don't know how long it's gonna take me to grade that, to be honest. So I'm just gonna budget for 10 hours per week. So basically, let's make this an even number just to make it easier on us. We're gonna say 20 hours per week is what it's gonna cost me times 8. And let's go ahead and I'm gonna use my hourly rate, which for the purpose of this, since we just used the $68, let's just use that $68 hourly rate. So we're gonna do 68 times 20, 1360. Let me make sure I'm doing my math right real quick. Okay, so I need to do this times 8. I was like, that doesn't seem right. So basically this should be my salary per week. So 1360 times 8 is 10,880. So essentially, that's what I'm gonna need to make to basically break even on this program. Because the idea is that, no, while I'm technically not losing anything, I could be using these 20 hours a week to do client work. I could be doing them to create content that would earn me that $68 or whatever. So that's the goal that we're working for. That's like the minimum, what I call the keep the lights on goal, meaning am I breaking even? So let's flip this over and do the math on this. We'll erase this. I'm getting a new whiteboard, by the way, for this program, I think. I'm gonna buy one of those like bigger ones. So hopefully when I do these sessions, it'll be a little easier to see if I do these in the future. Why did I do that? Because I was being lazy. Don't have any paper towel in here. I'm connected to a cord. What do? I have this shoe thing. Okay, that's as good as it's gonna get, guys. Okay, so 10, what did I say? 10,880 is what we're shooting for here. We have a max, I'm gonna say a max of 95 seats just because I'm gonna save a couple seats for like team members to help me if anyone can and is available to, you know, extra things, stuff like that. So max of 95. So if we just divide that number, divide it by 95, then we get, oh, that's pretty low, 114.5. So that means I need to charge a minimum of 115. Remember to always round up or you'll be a little bit short, and that is so annoying when you're just a little bit short of your goal. So I need to charge a minimum of 115 if I were to book it out. Now keep in mind, I don't know if I'm gonna book it out. It's the first time offering it. So I could, like I said, I could have 2 people sign up. I could have 95 people sign up. So let's just go in the middle and do 50 would be 217. And then we'll do 25 for 35. So these are kind of the numbers that you have to work with. Now, what I would do in this situation is I would go back and look up my data that I have for other courses, other coaching programs, because, you know, I do keep track of like leads, conversion rates, all of that stuff. So I'm gonna make my best estimated guess of about how many people I actually think are gonna go ahead and go for it. And I'm guessing probably somewhere in this range, like between 40 and 50 people. Let's just do 40 for funsies. 40 would be 10,880 divided by 40 would be 272, which is funny because the number that I had in my mind was 275. I think that's also something that we need to talk about too, is there is a degree of just, it feels right. Like we can do all this math, but when we think about knowing our customer, knowing the price points that they're comfortable with, you know, knowing what they normally go for, that also matters, you know, like I can do math all day, but you also have to know your customer. So the original number that I had in my mind was about 275. I think I wrote it down, 275, 279, something like that, between 250 and 275. So to me, that's the number that feels right. Again, this is a beta program, so they are getting a lot of value for that 275. I think if I were offering this as the full rate, maybe we'll reevaluate. Let me know in the comments if you'd like to see once I run this beta program, once it's done in the summertime, let me know if you would like to see how I come up with my full pricing for it. But that's kind of where I'm at. And then what you can also do with this is, let's just say 275. Let's just pretend, hey, I could get lucky and I could totally book it out at that rate. So that would be 275 times 95 equals 26,125 minus 10,880 would mean that I'm making a profit of 15,245. Now again, do I think that's going to happen? I don't know. I mean, I'm cautiously optimistic. I do think this is like genuinely a one-of-a-kind product. I haven't seen anything like this on the market or program. So I think I have the potential to. So I could technically make some profit off of it, but you know, worst case scenario is I would be breaking even. You know, if I am able to get about 40 people into the program, I would be able to break even, pay myself for my time, develop proof of concept, get some testimonials and reviews so that I can amp it up. So in the summer or maybe in the fall when I want to offer it again, I can offer it at the full rate, have testimonials to back it, maybe have some video testimonials for marketing materials, and really be able to launch it and make a big splash with it. Okay, so that was my little pricing work session. I hope this was interesting or helpful for you. If it was, leave me a thumbs up if you don't mind. Comment down below. Let me know like what your thoughts are. Let me know if you're working on anything, on launching anything. And if you are interested in this program, I will have a link down below. It's just kind of a hand raiser. Again, you're not committing to purchasing, but you're just saying, I want to know more. Tell me when everything is announced and I can start thinking about it. It will be launched in a limited seating. Like I said, there's only going to be 95 seats for it. So definitely you'll want to be on that list if you are interested in it. So thank you so much for watching. I hope this was helpful and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day and week. Bye.